Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 21st, 2023 Venus Reemerging reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, so thank you so very much. I appreciate it more than you guys will ever know. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or an animal healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. And if you're having trouble booking, email me at daneharttarot@gmail.com. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below, as will my website. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Taurus, angels, and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is the Five of Cups. Okay. So on the 21st of August, Venus is going to be reemerging as the morning star. She's changing her face in the night sky. She's disappeared from the night sky on the 6th of August. On the 13th of August, she was exactly conjunct the sun, and now she's reemerging. And this time of her being in the underworld, this time of her being reborn, is a profound time for us when it comes to relationships, when it comes to relationship with ourselves, when it comes to relationship of others. And this is a time where we are going to be seeing that we are very aware of the negative things that have happened in our lives, very aware. Like we're not fools. Okay, just know that, Taurus, we're not fools. But we are also choosing to not be held back by it anymore. There are going to be times during this awakening, because this is a emotional awakening that Venus is bringing us. There are going to be times where we can just be pulled back into the negative emotions, anger, frustration, fear, and not be seeing the healing, beautiful love that's waiting for us. It's time for us to open our eyes, just as Venus rises, from the horizon as the morning star, from being absent, from being, kind of just disappeared, like the emotions of the heart disappeared, to the emotions of the heart coming forward quite profoundly, quite beautifully. So just be aware of this. We can probably be, not probably, it's easier for us to be a little bit colder during the time of Venus's absence, is what I'm seeing. Oh, yeah, there's one. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and Spirit guides. And here we have Imagine Reverse. We haven't been giving ourselves permission to imagine. There's a blockage around our solar plexus chakra, like kind of trusting our gut. But in Qigong, this is also linked to our pancreas, right? The pancreas is, and the stomach are linked in Qigong. And so here, there is a sense of fear, a sense of worry really coming forward. And there's also a disconnect within in the chakras. It's our base energy, right? In Qigong, it's our heart energy. So in the chakra energy, red is our root, our base, kind of like what plants us, right? And here in Qigong, it's our hearts. So having ourselves come back to our hearts without fear, that will start to open our imaginations, our insights. There's going to be more of a creative spark to us, but do not be afraid to imagine, and do not be afraid to say, I need time for imagining. I need time for creating. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles represents you in the Minor Arcana, Taurus. You are represented by the Pentacles in the Minor Arcana. You are represented by the Hierophant in the Major Arcana. You don't feel like you're moving anywhere, okay? Know that that's not true at all. There's actually a lot of prosperity moving you forward. Spirit is actually giving you this time as a bit of, or telling you that this time is for a bit of rest. So when Venus has disappeared from the night sky, when she is out of sight, this is a profound time, has a profound effect on us, and is a time where we need to come back into our relationship with ourselves, and we need to work on the tension and the issues of the relationships around us, and even the tension and issues in the relationship with ourselves. So there's that energy here. We don't feel like we're making progress. My gosh, are we? So just know that. Also know that we're a little bit too much in our head. So be aware of this during this time. Okay. So we're coming to relationship understandings within ourselves, for ourselves, the relationship that we have with us, which is super important, and the relationships that we have with very significant people in our lives. Those are also coming under new lenses, new ways of seeing them, new ways of connection and of connecting. However, this is also a time to manifest in our lives these big, profound changes that we want, this time of transformation. It doesn't have to necessarily happen on the 21st. These big, profound changes come in, but it started in this time. We're starting to see us emerge differently, like Venus emerges differently in the night sky, differently to our views, differently to what we're seeing, what we're understanding. We are going to start to emerge the same way. Now, on the 21st of August, when Venus rises as that morning star, all right, the sun will almost be exactly conjunct the royal star of Regulus, which, if you listened to my new moon reading, is is the star at the heart of the constellation of Leo. All right, and this is when the sun is shining our hearts on us, the courage in our heart, and Venus will be very close to the head of the serpent of the constellation of Hydra. And Hydra is represented by the serpent, right? And that is the oldest known image of the goddess, the sacred feminine, in our history. So Venus is emerging profoundly guided by the sacred feminine, who is also going to be emerging, also emerging during this time as we enter into the age of Aquarius. So this is a huge manifestation in our lives to connect with that sacred feminine energy, to connect with what we love and desire within our lives. We have a connection with the sacred masculine too, so don't worry. There's a balance that's coming. Things have been out of balance for quite some time. There's a balance that's coming back in with the age of Aquarius that we are entering in. The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is us overthinking, overanalyzing. Oh, and if you want to dive deeper into the story of Venus, of Nanan, who in the ancient times is an allegory for the time of Venus, check out Heather Ensworth's YouTube channel. I was going to say website, but YouTube channel. I'll have her link in the description box below. She's absolutely fascinating. And when I learned about this, when I stumbled on Venus reemerging as the morning star, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to see how this affects everybody. So if you want to check out her page, do so. It's absolutely amazing. With the Eight of Swords, we are overthinking and we are overanalyzing. We're too much in our own heads. Be very, very aware of this. And when we're too much in our own heads, especially within relationships, we can start either being overly critical on ourselves. I've done this wrong. I've done that wrong. Or we can just feel stuck. We can just feel stuck. Like this is it. And Spirit is saying, stop that. We are going to have this time as a time of realizing I've made a little box for myself and I don't want to sit in it anymore. Like I don't want to be held here anymore. It's not good for me. It's not healthy for me. I don't want it. Orange is the sacral chakra. Okay? And her dress here, as you can see, is orange. We are going to be finding that we need to connect. more with our sensual creative energy. Okay. Our life force energy is going to be very important to us during this time. Black is the energy of the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. How are we rooting ourselves to the earth? Are we rooting ourselves to the earth? Are we going outside? That's going to be super important. And how are we connecting with our life force energy? And how are we letting it grow, letting it flow within us? I highly recommend tapping the tailbone during this time. That's where our life force energy is held, just either side of the tailbone, not right on the tailbone, either side of the tailbone. Just tap there for 2 minutes. I love doing that in the morning and in the night. It just releases so much tension and keeps vitality flowing within us. It's also great for how do I word this for YouTube? But for yeah, fertility, prosperity, that it's very good things. So just know that with the 8 of Swords, there's a sense of blockages in our creative life force energy. We're too much in our heads, we're overthinking, we're overanalyzing, we're being very analytical, like our world likes us to be, or we're being very hypercritical, which also our world likes us to be. There wouldn't be so much, destructiveness on social media if it didn't like us to be kind of beaten down a bit. So just know that. Just know that you are freeing yourself as Venus is rising. You're rising in security within your relationships and what you love by getting out of your own head. And that's also by putting down our screens, and sitting there and saying, this is zapping away so much of my time with the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords is focusing on our dreams. It's also saying you need to rest. You're not getting good night's sleeps. So just be aware of that. During the time that Venus was in the underworld, you could find that, from the 6th to the 6th to the 21st. So I say 6th to the 16th. So Spirit was saying that for a reason. But 6th to the 21st also, you're going to find that your sleeps weren't that good, or your dreams were a little bit odd. Like there were odd messages coming forward, everything encoded. I remember I had a dream about something I was very afraid of. And the dream went that what I was afraid of happened. And then there was this huge like bellow, like a lion's roar, like you felt it in your bones of no. And then that all shattered away. And I woke up and I was like, what the heck was that? I was like, it was odd. It was really odd. I never had a dream like that before. So pay attention to your dreams. That's just what came through. That dream just came through as clear as day. So pay attention to your dreams. Take time to rest and take time to honor your story. Take time to honor you. With the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Cups is, and they all live happily ever after. You live happily ever after. Prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. This is your happiness. This is in what you love. Okay? So that happiness is guiding you. That happiness is leading you, and it is blessing you. So just absolutely, hold on to that. Know that the 10 of Cups is here with Venus energy, with that sacred feminine energy, blessing us, guiding us, moving us forward. It's such a beautiful thing. We are coming to a completion of a cycle within our hearts. There have been some big revelations that have happened during this time of Venus being in the underworld, but also during the cycle of Venus. We've been seeing a lot about ourselves and what we love and what's important to us and what drives us absolutely up the wall. And this is us moving towards our happiness. It's not anybody else's happiness, it's our happiness. The 7 of Pentacles. This is in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. These are seeds that have been planted. Right here, they're all on shopping bags. So I always get like, be mindful of spending, right? But also know that there's prosperity coming your way. I just see this as like you're going to be hit by money, or you're going to be hit by prosperity, wealth, what you value as much as money. Do be mindful about spending. She kind of knows something's coming. Like if you see her eyes, she's looking at the corner and she's like, what's coming my way? She has all this prosperity right here, but there's more to come. But do be mindful. Do be mindful how you're managing things. Stay on top of things. It's going to be really important for you to be the manager and the manifester of your own wealth, to really sit and grow and connect with what you desire, what you want, what you need, and where you need to be for yourself. So that's going to be very much a big deal. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, we don't feel like we're moving forward. During this time, just to acknowledge that we can feel stuck, we can feel like things are in somebody else's hands, we can, feel like our prosperity and our happiness is waiting for somebody else's decision that has been taking way too long to get here, and we are just thinking of the what ifs, the how coulds, the all the different circumstances that could be coming our way. Our hearts are going to lead us forward. This isn't going to be. There's something here that it boils down to money, right? Right? with a situation that we have going on, but it's almost like I'm giving away the riches in order to be happy. Now I do know being happy is easier when you have money, most definitely, but I'm giving away what is weighing me down in order to move forward in freedom. And that's what we're going to be seeing during this time. It's like I am moving forward in my freedom, in my connection, in what I love, in what I need. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And we don't feel like we're moving during this time, right? With the Six of Wands, we're afraid of failure. We're afraid of not being victorious. We're afraid of being overwhelmed. We're, be mindful of not celebrating yourself. That's what we're afraid of. What to be mindful of is that fear of not being successful. I know that that's a fear, but that's also why we're stepping out of our own heads. We are not feeding our fears. We are moving forward. We are moving forward in the gratefulness of our energy and our desire and our want and who we are. We're freeing ourselves. I was listening to somebody talk about forgiveness. And I was just thinking about Master Lin. Master Lin in Spring Forest Qigong talks about how he had to forgive. He grew up in communist China, and his master, who taught him Qigong, was like, you have to forgive all those who have wronged you. And he's like, I'm not forgiving them. He had terrible arthritis, terrible pain in his body. He's like, I'm not forgiving them. I'm not. And so his master said, fine, then you will sit here until you do, pretty much. Or you will suffer until you do. I can't quite remember. And so he started to forgive. And then his master told him, you don't have to really forgive them. You can just lie. He thought that was the funniest thing to be told. And so he said, fine, I'm just going to lie. If I can't, move until I forgive all these people. And so he started. And he would say it just like, I don't really forgive you, but I have to say I forgive you, for however long his master told him to sit there. And his master, of course, is his teacher, right? And then he started to just feel lighter. He started to actually, instead of saying, I don't really forgive you, but I forgive you, just to make it shorter, he's like, okay, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you, chanted in his head and seeing all the people who had hurt him. And they could never be victorious over him after that because he moved forward in forgiveness. He freed himself. And as Venus takes her place again in the night sky, changing from our evening star to our morning star, she is telling us to lead with our hearts, with love, to let that love shine on us, to forgive ourselves, and then to move forward and forgive with all the energy that is holding us back, making us stuck, keeping us in a prison in our own mind of the past, and a fear of the future, and an unenjoyment of the right now, so that we can move forward to the Ten of Cups, to pure love, to pure success. And I think that's, sorry, I'm getting rather emotional. I think that's a rather beautiful thing. I think that is rather just amazing. I think that's amazing. Our subconscious spirit message is devoted. What are we devoted to? What do we love? What are we devoted to in our lives? What have we found? This is the devotion of my heart, of my soul, of myself. It moves us to our subconscious tarot message, which is temperance, balance, Sagittarius energy. Things are now coming into balance. Our angels are guiding us. The waters, the healing waters of the universe are pouring down on us, the life waters, the deep waters of the seas, the waters that flow through our veins, right? They're pouring down on us. They're guiding us. They're leading us forward, coming into balance. And we are going to see ourselves come into balance with what we love, what we want, what we need. But most of all, what is the blessing within our heart? All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And have a blessed Venus rising. Bye.